Okay, everybody, it's Aaron again. For the umpteenth time, I have tried to do probably about 15 videos. Delirium has set in at T-minus 7:08 p.m. on 11/20 in the year of our Lord 2012. I've got to be honest with you folks. Never in my life have I been so flundered, to be honest with you, if there's such a word. I get to the goods and my internet continues to mess up. Some of my other videos I was able to kind of play around it, but I gotta be honest with you, I get to the meat and potatoes of something and it literally gets jacked up. Some straight up Robin Hoodage, no lie, okay, straight up Robin Hoodage. Nothing but Sherwood Forest action going on in my neighborhood tonight. So I don't know what the deal is. I just got to tell you, it's funny to say the least. But this is probably gonna be my last shot. So say a little prayer for me, because I'm hoping that this will rock this time and I can get this knocked out, because the last 5 videos have ended in sadness. I can tell you that much. And if I ever do a blooper reel, I'll probably be able to make some money with that one. But remember, free is good. Alright, so you're looking at a Google website, obviously, just google.com. Finally, getting down to the nitty gritty with basically my third solution to creating interactive websites with dynamic web environments is simple. Create your own web page through Google Sites. It's free, it's intuitive, it's easy to use, and the beauty of it is, with Google, you can either create a Gmail account, okay, that's free, or you can link your current email if it's not a Gmail account. It can be a school email. My email at pickens.k12.ga.us actually was linked to a Google, so I have Google Plus through my education email, which is awesome. So they're linked and intertwined, one and the same. I've got 5 gigs of data I'm able to save up on the Google Drive, and I have the host of options available to me. That this account, which is a Google, that is an actual Gmail account officially. So essentially, you get the idea. It's free, but basically, get down to the meat and potatoes of this, and hopefully we don't have any more technical difficulties. But basically, you would go to google.com, and this is the interface you would have when you logged on to your Google Plus or your Gmail account. Okay. Now what you would do is to get to the actual website portion creation, you would go to more and go to even more. Okay. Then you would scroll down. If you look, you have they basically give you options for web, mobile, media, geo, home and office, social, etc. Home and office is where you're looking at your sites. Okay, and this is where you would create your sites. So you can see I've created a few. A couple of these were during the Robin Hood fiasco of the past 6 to 8 videos I've created. That was absolute downfall. So basically, what you would do is to create a new website, you would just click create. Okay. And it will bring you to this interface here. Okay, and basically you're going to want to name your site. Okay, you want to name it like Mr. Wilson's first period or Mr. Wilson's class, depending on how you want you want to use it. Just to give you an idea, okay, this is a website I created to give you a brief description of how you could use this. My thoughts are, create a simple interface for your use in the front of your classroom. Use the website instead of using the whole Google Chrome, right? For those of you that want to be original, that want to keep it simple and tailored to what you feel your students need, rather than having all the fluff and the confetti of Google Chrome or Edmodo or whatever else. You can create a simple web page like this. I used a simple template I found, and clicked the edit button, edit page, and then plugged in this with my own data, Aaron's Tech Stuffs, and then these areas here, these 3 paragraphs are stuff that I put in describing what these 3 icons are. They originally were icons, and I created them into links to web pages. All it is it says this folder is linked to my blog. You click it, takes you to my blog. Okay. This one takes you to my LiveBinder resource page. This one takes you to my YouTube videos. Now, how can this be used in the classroom, you ask? It's simple. You could have more than 3 links, okay? And they can be identified in different ways. They don't have to be these icons. They could be pictures relevant to whatever it is, like documents or PowerPoints or videos. Anything that you feel, that's the beauty of you creating it. You make your own masterpiece. You're your own Michelangelo, okay? So you create it and tailor it how you want. If you don't like rows left to right, you can do columns up to down, okay? Doesn't matter. However you want to do it, you can do it. It's that simple, okay? I just did it this way because the template I was able to find, which I don't know where it is anymore. Actually, you probably could find it right here. I didn't even think about that until now. You know, so basically, what my idea is that you could have the links relevant to your lesson for that day here, okay, and or your actual lesson itself being a PowerPoint through Google Docs. You could have it linked directly to there. So when you click here as a teacher, it takes you directly to your PowerPoint presentation that you have on Google Docs and brings it right up, ready for you to teach. Okay. This one here would be the links to the interactive websites you would use that day. That link to the PowerPoint presentation. Keep in mind, PowerPoint presentation may have links within it, right? Such as the YouTube stuff, you know. So, but you get the picture, okay? But that doesn't take away from the fact that you still can have your own tailored links here using LiveBinders. And you have your own list of interactive links that you're going to use right there on the spot, okay? Finally, the videos that you want to use. Doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube. You can link it to anything. You know, United Streaming, Netflix or Hulu Plus, depending on how your school allows you to watch those kind of videos or not. Obviously get permission. But if you can look at it this way, keeping these links the same, the only thing that would change is what's on the other end, changing this interface here, okay? Or if you don't want to do that, change only the links here, if this makes sense, to another LiveBinder. Instead of it being just to my LiveBinder, you can aim it to another LiveBinder. Because keep in mind, folks, you can have unlimited LiveBinders. You can link directly to other teachers' LiveBinders that are relevant to what you're teaching. You know, whether that's Huck Finn or, you know, I don't know, Kanye West, depending on how you want to look at it, depending on your subject matter. So either way you look at it, hopefully this gives you a good idea of an interface design that you could possibly use. Okay, so back to the design layout. Okay, so the best way I thought of doing it was I typed in simple site, and I like minimalist template, and then I clicked it preview template, and it came up with this. Okay, so I gotta be honest with you, I don't really like that one though, so I mean, I like it, but I want to use something I'm used to. So Here's what I'm going to do. No. See what happens when you click too fast. Okay. And hopefully this will allow me to look at their free templates, which it looks like they are. Okay. Alright. And as you can see, the template I used is this Koguni right here. I clicked on it, okay, and use template. That's all you gotta do. Alright, modern and clean template is what it's called, okay? So you would name it, let's name it Mr. Holland's class, okay? And it looks like it's gonna let me do that, so let's do Z Nesc. Great. You may have to add numbers or letters on the end of it, just bear that in mind. Try to be creative with your websites, you know, if you can get a theme going. Aaron the Tech is one I've kind of been able to use, and I was actually able to use that for my actual website if you look. Well, this one was Aaron's Tech Stuffs, so, but still it's that same theme, okay? And then all you'd have to do here, back to the template that we chose, okay? Modern and clean template, click edit page, okay, and this is where you would do it. Mr. Holland's programming and design class, okay. Home, you could name this, you could just say welcome to my class, to my website, okay. And what I did here is, this is again just to show you real quick, the above link is to my blog. I'm just going to show you how I did this. The above link is to my live binder. And then this one will be the above link is to my YouTube videos. Okay, so I try to keep them all. There we go. Now what I did was on this I realized that I had to look up how to make them hyperlinks, okay, and you can't do it this way. So here's what I figured out how to do, and just to show you, you can take this and just get rid of it, okay. Now what I did was I went to insert image, and by default it has all the images currently embedded into the web page. That's why I find it so cool, because the cool part is you can use these as many times as you want. If you want them all to be check marks, you can do that. Now here's the deal. You want to upload, right? Upload it, and then do that, and then you would go to change, okay? Because right now all it's doing is pointing to the image what it is, okay? Now what you would do is you're going to go to a web address. You want to click open link in new window, because you don't want to open in current. Keep that in mind, because you always want your window for your web address to always remain. That way somebody doesn't lose it, because we all know how we all are. We're losing stuff, okay? So you don't really need text to display, but what it would be is AaronTech.blogspot.com. Okay, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. And then what you would do here is you would actually align it center. You see how I did that? It was to the left, you'd align it center. And it's right where it needs to be. This here, I just kind of like it all, you know, symmetrical. Again, you would delete, you go to insert, image, I'll go ahead and do the check mark again. Now, this was my dilemma before, okay? I would take this thing and I do all my changes, and then I try to drag that thing down here, cacao. And when I clicked on it, well, looky there. You learn something new every day. You still can change it. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, don't forget, open this link in a new window. Okay. And it shows you right there at livebinders.com. Now, to get this thing centered, you just got to play with it a little bit. Okay. That's how you do it. And of course, it can actually go up. Should be able to get it up one more. There we go. And that didn't like that. Delete. And let's take this and hit there. There we go. See, you just got to kind of play with the grid a little bit. Click delete. Okay, and then you would go to insert. Oh, remember, cursor over here to make it a little bit easier for you. Insert image. Okay. Click OK. And again, you would change it, and let's go ahead and change it to my actual. You know, this will show you if you want to change it to this. You know, you can change it to that actually. But whatever your URL is, you want to copy it. Just to give you a scenario. Remember, open this link in a new window. Control V. Okay. And then click OK. And that's it. So then you would center. Okay. Then of course hit delete, get it up. Put your cursor here, down. There we go. Okay. And so you have that, and you know, to make it all fluid, those were lowercase, so, and you would do save. Okay. Alright, now if you look, alright, I can copy this URL now. Let me go ahead and bring it up in Chrome. Right, check this out. This is a website. Oh, see, sometimes you gotta mess around a little bit. I don't know why that's like that. Let's take a gander. Yeah, so we're gonna edit again. Okay. Oh, we know why. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and save. Right? And let's refresh. Still a little bit off. You're going to have to play with it. Keep in mind, each browser is different. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check this out. Watch the skizzy house. Y'all watching? I bet you it's gonna fix that side. Y'all are seeing me learning in the making here. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and try to center it. I don't play with this stuff, folks. Like I told you. I mean, I don't always have all the answers. But most of the time, I can figure out what's making something do what it's doing. Now look at there. Now isn't that weird? In design view, you see what it looks like. But when you save it, now go to the browser here and we're going to hit refresh. Look at that. So you get the picture. Sometimes you just got to play with your links, play with your stuff on here, and it'll all work out. Alright? Just keep in mind, sometimes things may not look right, but that doesn't mean they're not right. Okay? So as an example, just to show you, when you click here, it goes to my blog. This one goes to the live binder. Okay? I made this one go directly to live binders. Okay? I mean, look at the resources: iPads in schools, free technology tools for teachers, online art games, Common Core middle. Okay, got news for you. The amount of resources here are endless. It's mind-boggling to know that this stuff is out here and it's free. You know, it is free. The knowledge sharing place. I wish we all would want to share. You know what I'm saying? With knowledge. To not share knowledge is a travesty, in my humble opinion. If you've got it, you need to flaunt it. It's that simple. If you've got the goods of knowledge on your side, imagine where we would be at if Edison didn't share his knowledge, if Franklin didn't innovate the way he did, if Einstein kept the theory of relativity relative to himself. Imagine where we would be, people. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to give you one more example. See how this says the above link is to my YouTube videos? Remember, we changed that link and it's going to who am I, right? So just keep that in mind. You're going to always want to make sure that your information that may be describing a link is always accurate. Okay, I know we changed that on the fly for the purpose of the video, but just keep that in mind, and you know, that should give you a good example where you would have your blog interface or your wiki set up. Again, this doesn't necessarily have to be a blog. It can go directly to PowerPoint presentation that's on a Google Drive somewhere. Anywhere that's web-based that has a link to it. Okay, as long as you can get to it and it can be linked, that's it. You're good to go. So hopefully this video, I know this one's a little bit more kind of trickled down to you in the fact that it's not a whole lot of bells and whistles on this, but again, I wanted to convey a message to everyone that said, hey, we have more than one solution, and whatever solution's tailored to your own needs is what you should go ahead and implement, what you should go ahead and run with, because I understand that, you know, we're not all Republicans, we're not all Democrats, you know what I'm saying? But we all do our best to get along, and we all do the things that we have to do, especially in the realm of educating our kids, because in the end that's what matters most. So hopefully you've taken something from all these videos, and hopefully it's communicated with you something that you can use and implement and execute in your classroom. Again, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch these videos, to read my blogs, to give me input. I may do one or two more videos on this particular subject, like I was mentioning before about Moodle, and possibly maybe one more learning management system, and then that's probably going to wrap up this series. And then I'm going to move on to other other ideas that I have going on, because the ship just left the harbor and there's a whole lot more information out there, and hopefully we can all collaborate and communicate on ways we never had before. Again, thank you for listening and watching, and hope everybody has a good night.